everybody, this is Categorizes from GamerFusion.com, and I am here to try to bring you tips of weapons to use during Trials of Osiris this week. The weapon choice is kind of small, honestly, compared to other maps, kind of like how last week you could kind of choose between the shotgun and a sniper because of, like, you know, it was kind of a mid-range map. But this map, just with the outlay of the map and everything else with it, honestly, this like map in general is just based for like long-range shooting. So pretty much what you're gonna really need to, like, really, I wouldn't say necessarily need, but your best choice would be, like I said, long-range weapons. For a primary, the best would be a thorn, which you see that I am using, or a pulse rifle like the messenger or something like that, that has a great range, good stability, so the kick isn't that bad. You know, a decent fire rate. Like the messenger, like I was saying, the messenger is pretty good. You know, if you do not have it, you know, try to use like a Red Death, something like that, or like a 55 all fate. You know, something. If you do not have the thorn, I, you know, highly recommend the thorn over the messenger, because the thorn has the lingering damage and everything else. But you know, if you're not fortunate enough to have the thorn yet or anything else like in that nature, I would definitely try to go for a pulse rifle, which has range. I've seen little of Last Word. I wouldn't choose a Last Word that often, just because of the range on the Last Word. I mean, it doesn't really have much range, actually any at all. You might be able to hit like 1 or 2 shots from far range, but I mean, that's pretty much kind of it. I mean, it's not that great compared to, you know, when you could be using like a thorn, which leaves lingering damage. If you hit 2 to the head, he's automatically dead, or anything in that nature. I mean, it's pretty I would say useful to use for a primary slot, at least. As for the secondary, like I was saying earlier in the video, I mean, I just do not see a shotgun being that useful unless, I mean, your entire team is pushing with you know, shotguns, with like blink shotgun, pretty much, like all 3 pushing at the same exact time. But you know, I wouldn't really recommend that, because then again, you still can get shut down pretty easy, especially like if you're trying to come down like midway, like right here, you can just get head glitched by a sniper. That's why I do not recommend a shotgun, because a sniper is just very useful for just this map in general, with the layout, with how many hit glitches there are and everything else. As you see, like one of the hit glitches that I was using, there's also another one across map, which is very useful to use for a person that is trying to hit glitch right there. You know, a sniper is just best in general for this map, like I said, because the layout is really weird, I guess you could say, because there's so many walls in general and everything else with it, that's just how, I mean, pretty much this map is played. But you know, like I said, as a primary, I would recommend definitely a thorn. Secondary, a sniper. Try to get a sniper that has pretty high impact, like the Her Benevolence or LDR, something that can one-shot somebody that reses. Like, if you've seen, like in the video a little bit, after like somebody got resed, I was waiting for the kill. So I mean, something in that nature that has high impact would be very great to use. If you are going to use a sniper, my perks that I recommend for a sniper, especially with the new perks, is Hidden Hand. Just something in the middle that you would like Field Scout, Armor Piercing. I like Injection Mode, but you know, others might. I like it because I don't really like that great range with a sniper. Just so, you know, if they are kind of close, you can hit them a lot easier, and like it's not so zoomed in. And then also for the first perk, I like Ambush, or not Ambush. Dang, I can't even think of it. But Ambush is also one of the good ones to use. You know, something that has a low range scope on it, so you don't see so far. It's like a mid range to a low. You don't really want a far scope on it because it's just not like great to use, especially for these type of maps. If you're going to be sniping, maybe for like giant maps with vehicles and everything else, maybe you want like a larger scope, like a longer scope. But for these maps in generals, I wouldn't recommend it at all. But for a heavy base, I mean, you really don't need much as a heavy. The best perks would be probably proximity or grenades and horseshoes. With like a lot of people like clown cartridge. I recommend clown cartridge, but I would only recommend that if you are playing non-trials. If you're playing trials, I would recommend like tripod, so you don't have to reload as much or as often. That's very, very useful to use. But you know, other than that, that's pretty much like your base weapon set. That's what I would go by. You know, others had different things, especially with the shotgun or sniper, but the best thing I would recommend is a Thorn/Messenger, a sniper with high impact, and then also a rocket with like tripod and grenades and horseshoes. Please let me know in the comment section if that did help you at all. And please like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video.